Hello students, myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Let us continue the lesson, The Thief Story by Ruskin bought. So please take page number 10, second part. In the end of the first part, we have noticed that the thief was in a little bit confusion whether he had to steal Anil's money or not. So he thought that stealing a greedy man is easy. Stealing a greedy man was easy. Why? Because he is capable enough to be robbed. But in the case of a careless man, sometimes he may not notice that he had been robbed. In that case, there won't be any fun or thrill of robbing such a person. But anyhow, he decided to take money of Anil because if the money was not taken, he was sure that he would waste that money with his friends. So, after all, he was not paying for it. Now, let us see the second part. Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony. Anil, he was asleep. A beam of light. That means beam means a ray. A ray of moonlight stepped over the balcony. That moved over the balcony and fell on the bed. So there was little bit moonlight on the bedroom. I sat up on the floor. The narrator sat up on the floor. That is the thief. He sat up on the floor, considering the situation. Considering the situation. That means taking account of the situation. Thinking deeply about the situation. If I took the money, so he sat there thinking for some time about the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. He thought he could take the money, he can escape to Lucknow because there was one train at 10:30. Slipping out of the blanket, so very slowly he moved out, stealthily. He moved out of the blanket. Then he crept up to the bed. Then he crawled or moved slowly towards the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. When he reached there, Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Unlined means without marks. He noticed his face, Anil's face. His face was very clear and without any lines, without any marks. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine were mostly scars. Scars, wounded marks. So the thief says that he had more marks than Anil, though he was very small, almost 15 years old. Mostly his his scars, the marks were wounded scars, or we can say then wounded marks. Maybe it is because of the tension. Because Anil was leading a carefree life, a relaxed life. But in the case of the thief, you see that he had a fear of robbing someone. Always he had some fear. So the marks appeared on his face. My hands slid under the mattress. His hands slowly moved under the mattress. He is going to take the money. Searching for the notes. There he was looking for the notes. It was kept under the mattress. Where it is? Slowly he moved under the mattress. When he found them, he drew them out without a sound. Without making any sound, he took it out. Anil sighed in his deep and turned on his side. Immediately Anil took an outside breath and turned to his side. Where he is, where the thief is, where the narrator is. Immediately he turned to his side, taking a deep breath. I was startled. See, the thief, the narrator was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. He was really shocked. He was in great alarm, fear. And slowly, immediately as well as slowly he crawled out. Then crawl means move on knees as well as hands and dragging the body. So immediately he dragged his body slowly on his knees and legs out of the room. When I was on the road, I began to run. So when he reached the road, you see that he started running fast. I had the notes at my waist. See, where did he keep the money? It was on his waist. He kept on his waist, held there by the string of my pajamas. String means rope. So there it was supported by the string or the rope of his pajama, so that it won't fall down. So it was kept where? At his waist. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. And after running a while, he slowed down. He started to walk slowly. And there he counted the notes. Yes, 600 rupees in 50s. So total there were 600 rupees, all were in 50 notes. I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. So he thought that he can live like an oil-rich Arab. That means an Arab, a person from Saudi Arabia, who is very rich because of the oil, because of selling petrol or diesel. So same like an oil Arab merchant, a very rich merchant, he can lead a luxurious life for 1 or 2 weeks. See, when he reached at the railway station, he did not stop there to buy the ticket in the station. I had never bought a ticket. He had never purchased a ticket or bought a ticket in his life. But dashed straight to the platform. But he ran straight to the platform. Dash means ran. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. As he thought, 10:30, Lucknow Express, that slowly it started moving. And you see that the train had to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. The train was slowly, it was gradually, it was taking its speed. If needed, he could jump into one of the carriages. Did he do that? Let us see. No, but he hesitated. But he did not act as he thought. For some reason, he could not explain. Because of some reason. But he is not able to explain why. And he lost the chance to get away. Here he lost the chance to get away. Get away means escape. Dear students, he lost a golden opportunity to escape from there with the money of money. When the train had gone, he found himself standing alone on the deserted platform. Desert means empty platform. The train had gone. If he wanted, he could get inside that train. When the train had gone, he found himself standing there in the lonely platform. Nobody was there. Deserted, that means empty. No people were there. I had no idea where to spend the night. Now where will he go? He did not have any idea where to spend his night. He had no friends, or believing that friends were more trouble than help. Dear students, important. So why didn't he keep friends? He thought that believing in friends or keeping friends were more troublesome, problematic than help. That's why he didn't keep any friends. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. And another option was there, stay nearby hotel. He can take a room in one of the nearest small hotels. But he did not want to do that. Why? Because it may create curiosity. The people will become suspicious. Okay, they will become doubtful. So he did not want to make anyone curious or arouse curiosity. The only person there he knew really that was the man that he had robbed. Who was that man? Anil. The only person that he knew on that place, that was the person whom he had robbed, that was Anil. He knew only Anil. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. So leaving the railway station, he walked slowly through the station. Through the market, through the bazaar. In my short career as a thief, see, in his short career, his career, a job or employment as a thief, that was very short. In that life, he had made a study of men's face when they had lost their goods. Important, take note of this. So when he had taken, robbed the people, when the people had lost their valuables, he noticed their face. He thought about that. The greedy man showed fear. Immediately the greedy man, when he came to know that his wealth was lost, what did he show? Fear. Oh, fear was there. The rich man showed anger. The rich man became very angry. The poor man showed acceptance. The poor man showed acceptance. Acceptance means welcomed it. Or we can say that he approved his fate. Happened. What to do? It happened. The poor man accepted it. He received it. But I knew that Anil's face when he discovered the theft. As I told you, it is important part. He imagined when Anil come to know about this theft, what would be his reaction? He would show a touch of sadness. He won't express fear or any other feelings like yes, anger or acceptance. What would be his reaction? And what would be his appearance? That would be sadness. Why? Why would he be sad? Not for the loss of money, but loss for the trust. He would be sad not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust, belief, faith. He had a firm belief in this person. And at last he had taken or he had robbed him. So that will pain him much. So he would feel sad. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on a bench. So from through the market he walked to Maidan or to the ground, and there was a bench and he sat on that bench. You see, the night was really chilly. Chilly means cold. Very cold it was. It was early November. Remember, early November it would be very cold in Lucknow and all. Sorry, in this place. And a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Immediately there started a light drizzle. Drizzle means light rain. So this light rain that added his discomfort, that made him more discomfort, or we can say uneasy. Soon it was raining quite heavily. Soon, before it was drizzling, now it started raining heavily. And his shirt and pajama stuck to his skin. And it started sticking to his skin. See, with that a cold wind blew the rain across my face. There started blowing a cold wind. Yes, moved with the rain from one side of his face to the other side of his face. So that means completely he was uneasy. Where should he go? Where should he go? He went back to the bazaar. Again he went to the market and sat down, yes, where? Under a clock tower. He had taken shelter. Then shelter means a temporary protection. So he had taken a temporary protection under the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. You see the time, 12 o'clock, midnight. I felt for the notes. He searched. He wanted to know his notes were there or not. So he looked for the notes. They were damp from the rain. You see, the notes were really wet from the rain. It were there, but really wet after the rain. Anil's money in the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. He thought, this is Anil's money. Definitely in the morning he would give me some money. That is 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, whatever maybe. He'll give a certain amount to me to go for cinema. But now I had it all. But now I had the whole amount. The whole amount is with me. I couldn't cook his meals. I cannot cook the meals for him. For many days he had he have been cooking, yes, meals for him. And run to the bazaar for him. And to learn write whole sentence anymore. He thought that now I cannot go to the market to purchase things for him. Now I cannot write the full sentences. He promised that he would teach him writing full sentences. That I cannot do now. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Then whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few 100 rupees. In the excitement of theft, he had forgotten everything. He was so excited to steal. And now he started thinking about the repentance started. The whole sentences that I know could one day. So you see that learning the sentences, education that would bring one day him to such a height. Or that is valuable than many other things in the world. Could one day bring him more than a few hundred rupees. That would be, yes, very much valuable than this, 600 rupees that he had taken. It was a simple matter to steal. Steal, that is very simple thing. And sometimes just as simple to be caught. And you see that it is simple. It is very easy to steal. And very easily he could be caught by the police also. But to be a really big man, a clever and a respected man was something else, he thought. But in order to be a big man, a clever man and a respected man, that is something different. That is something else. I should go back to Anil, he thought. Anyhow, I should go back to Anil. I told myself, he told himself, and if only learn to read and write, then only he would be able to read and write. At last he decided to go back to Anil's house. He hurried back to the room feeling very nervous. So when he reached the house, quickly he moved through the rooms of the houses. He was really nervous. For it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. That's the thing. Stealing is very easy. Keeping it back undetected, without noticed by anyone, keeping the thing back, that's very difficult. I opened the door quietly. He opened the door quietly, then stood on the doorway. There he stood on the threshold. In clouded moonlight, he saw that Anil was still asleep. He saw that Anil was still sleeping. And he crept to the head of the bed. Slowly, he moved to the head of the bed. Then he took out the notes. He felt his breath on his, while he was going to keep the money, he felt the breath of Anil on his hand. He remained still there for some time, and afterwards, he kept the money back. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the knots. He found out the edge of the mattress and slowly he kept the money under the mattress. Yes, his work got over. He woke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. As next day morning when he got up, he saw that Anil had already got up and prepared tea for him also. You see that he prepared tea for the servant. He stretched out his hands towards me. Then he stretched out, extended his hands towards the thief, the author. The narrator. What was there? There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers. So between his fingers, there was 50 rupees notes. He was offering 50 rupee notes to the thief. My heart sank. He became very sad. His heart sank means he became very sad. He thought he had been discovered. He thought that he had been caught. Anil came to know about it. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will be paid regularly. Then Anil said immediately, you see, I got some money. I earned some money yesterday. Now you would be paid regularly. Every month you would be given the salary. My spirit rose. After hearing that, he became very happy. Spirit rose means he became very happy. But when he took the note from Anil, he saw that it was wet from the yesterday's night's rain. It was really wet from the night's rain. Today we will start writing sentences, he had said. Then Anil said, dear, we will start learning sentences. Today we are going to learn how to write full sentences. Anil said, he knew but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. He knew that I had taken his money. But that expression was not there. It was not there on his lips or his eyes showed any sign of recognition. I smiled at Anil in most appealing way. I smiled at him in such a requesting way, most appealing way. Appealing means a requesting way, as if sorry, I have done a mistake. And such a way, he looked at Anil and smiled. And the smile came by itself without any effort. But that smile came by itself without any effort. Dear students, I hope all of you understood this part very well. So please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching it. Thank you. Thank you.